Hi, I'm David Ofiari and you're welcome to One Time High. Today we're going to be talking about NFTs, one of the newest trends in the blockchain and crypto world.
And this is Human One, the kinetic video sculpture and accompanying NFT.
Now, what are NFTs?
Let's open the bidding at 10, 11, $12 million to start.
NFTs are a new trend, I told you earlier, that have left so many people extremely rich and then others holding the bag, which is not a bad thing, especially if you like holding worthless JPEGs in your crypto wallet.
Ahead of you in Hong Kong, 16 is here.
NFTs are short for non-fungible tokens, and they are a kind of technology that I'm extremely excited about because it has to do with art, it has to do with creativity, it has to do with music, it has to do with so many things that I'm mostly keen about. And it also has to do with
smart contracts.
NFTs are built on top of this foundation of smart contracts.
Are they going to revolutionize everything? Do they solve all the problems you were working on?
What are smart contracts, if you may ask? Smart contracts are like contracts in real life, but this time they are smart. If you've ever entered into a contract with somebody in real life, let's say to achieve an aim, then that means you entered a contract with that person. Perhaps you both shook hands or held fingers in this gesture like this, to a new agreement. A contract is a contract. So when you make a contract on a blockchain between two people that's executed automatically according to written code, then you've just signed a smart contract.
At $25 million, no regrets.
Now, the most popular kind of smart contracts are on the Ethereum blockchain, and I think the best person to tell us about these smart contracts is the creator of the Ethereum network himself, Vitalik Buterin. Let's listen to a video of him talking about that.
The general notion of a smart contract is that it's like a computer program that directly controls digital assets. Now, the kind of direct control here is important, right? It's not a computer program that makes a recommendation to a guy about how the guy should control the digital asset. It's a computer program that controls the digital asset.
Sometime around March 2020,
coronavirus,
a 3D artist by the name of Mike Winkelmann, also known as Beeple, sold a collage of some of his past works for a total of $69 million. That was a huge sale at that time, roughly approximate to 42,329.453 ETH at the Christie's auction. He really couldn't believe it because Beeple is the kind of artist that had been making art consistently for many years, and not for once had he been able to sell a piece for that amount. And of course, this transaction is public and it could be found on the blockchain. He went on to sell more and more art on popular and exclusive marketplaces like Super Rare, Nifty Gateway. He also sold on places like Foundation, and the biggest of them all, OpenSea. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, here's some beautifully poetic words from the man Beeple himself. So, the realization of this possibility that you could sell anything sparked a kind of gold rush among many people in the cryptocurrency space, and everyone wanted to sell something that period. Jack Dorsey, the then CEO of Twitter, and sold a tweet of his for his first tweet he made on Twitter for $2.9 million. Someone also sold a popular video of Nyan Cat for $531,000, which was approximately 300 ETH at that point. Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, bought a rock called the Ether Rock for a whooping sum of $611,170. Well, I believe he was ripped off, but then Justin Sun might have had his reasons for buying such a wonderful piece of art for that amount, but then I wouldn't have made the same decision because I think differently. One thing to note, however, is that it didn't all start in 2020 or even 2019. People have bought and sold profile picture art collections like CryptoPunks, Bored Apes, and game assets before now. Humans like to derive a form of joy in collecting stuff, and whenever there is a demand, that's where you should be. Right now, the demand is on NFTs, and it's an open community that you could easily be a part of by buying or selling something. Start from a Google search or a Twitter search and see where that leads you. Examples of marketplaces to look out for are OpenSea, Foundation, some of the most popular ones. We have Super Rare. We also have Nifty Gateway, which is like a spin-off from the company called Gemini, which is an exchange currently owned by the Winklevoss twins. We also have marketplaces like LooksRare. We also have newer marketplaces like Genie. We also have Showtime, and so on and so forth. Now, a few collections to look out for are also Bored Apes, Azuki, CryptoPunks. We also have things like Felling Friends. We also have things like Tubby Cats. We also have things like Clone X, and many more. You can find some really trending ones on this page here on OpenSea. These are just some of the public collections. It's a whole world out here. So, what are you going to do now? Are you going to buy something? Are you going to sell something? I'm trying my best not to make this video too long, so I'm going to cut it here. But then I'm going to be telling you more about NFTs in further videos and more about cryptocurrencies in more videos in the future. So if you like this one, subscribe, like, and share to your friends. I appreciate you 100%. See you next time.